So we are now onto the Houston Rockets team builder. So we'll kick things off at the point guard spot. And as with all of these team builders, I am simply going off of what logo it's showing on the player card themselves. But hopefully we can make a very high rated team for the Rockets, and hopefully we can get them fairly high up the leaderboard as we are down to the final few teams in this series. So let's keep going through. You can see we got a Porter Jr. there kicking things off up to 94 overall. I think it's going to be interesting to see whether I've kept a high rated Russell Westbrook card and if he has got that Rockets logo. Because of course this card over here has got the Clippers logo, so unfortunately we cannot stick him in to this Rockets lineup. We got another Westbrook there with the Lakers lineup, but we got Fred VanVleet going up to 107 overall, which is not bad at all. But hopefully we can improve on him as we're now going up nearly into the 100 plus overall players, which we have now just about hit. So let's keep going through. But we have now reached the 105 overall players, and the first one is that Westbrook card from the Rewind comic promo back in season 4, as he goes up to 116 overall. You can see all of his stats there are looking fairly good. 3-pointer only at 93 overall, considering his overall is a little bit weird, but it is a Westbrook card, so it's kind of understandable. We've got the boosts on them as well, so those are going to max out his dunking, his layup, inside the paint shot, and a bunch else. But that is the end of the line, so we are sticking with that 116 overall Russell Westbrook. So now let's go over to the shooting guard spot and see who we can add to this Rockets lineup. We'll kick things off with the low overall players and see who we can find going up bit by bit. The first player we're adding is that 66 overall Brown, straight away up to 80 overall, which is not bad at all, but hopefully we can find some higher rated players. We've got Green there up to 94 overall. That's a nice improvement to the team from the Dribble Kings promo. I think that was from this season, if I'm not too much mistaken. But we'll keep going through these players now into the 100 plus overall players. Come on, we just need one more Rockets player to add to this team, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to find one, so we're going to have to settle for Jalen Green over here. 94 overall, 3-pointer up to, I believe that's 96, which isn't bad at all. But I think I'm going to have to decide whether I actually go for a 3 with him or whether I actually go in for some easy 2-pointers. We'll see what we can do in a showdown quarter. But now let's see who we can add to this small forward spot and maybe get back on track in terms of the player overalls, get back onto that level of the Russell Westbrook card. We're straight away into the gold players here, trying to find those Houston Rockets players. And we have found our first one at 90 overall. We got Reggie Bullock over there up to 103 overall from the pickup with Pops promo, but he's going to be replaced by Smith Jr. up to 105 overall from a live pass. And we'll keep going through to see if we've got anyone else to beat him in terms of this lineup, but it's not looking likely as we're now into the 100 plus overall players. We just need one more Houston Rockets player, but unfortunately we're not going to find another one. So 105 overall Smith Jr. at least is above 100 overall, unlike that green card. But let's go on to the power forward spot. We really need some high rated players to add to this team to try and make this team as good as possible. Of course, we haven't had a ton of 115 overall teams. We've had a decent amount in this series, but not an amazing amount at all. But we got Green there straight away up to 78 overall. If we can find an improvement on him, that would be very good. As with all of the team builders, I'm trying to find players, I think, above 100 overall to add to this team. Of course, Jalen Green, unfortunately, is a little bit less than that in terms of overall, but the higher the better of who we can add to this team. So let's keep going through these power forwards, although we are slowly reaching the end, but luckily we got Novak there to save us, going up to 116 overall, matching that Russell Westbrook card, which is great to see. He's got the high flyer boost on him to team. I believe it's actually an elite one, even though it's showing as a gold one, which is great to see from that sharpshooter's promo. So now onto the center spot. Hopefully we can end things off with a bit of a bang at this spot over here. I'll go through all of these elite players now, and you got our first Rockets player, a Yao Ming card from the look back promo over there, which is great to see with that Rockets logo. We've also got an 88 overall Yao Ming over there. I believe that's the Rockets logo. That's very small and very hard to tell. Hopefully we got a higher rated version of him, which we do. A 91 version up to 104 overall. Hopefully this is actually the Rockets logo on a Yao Ming card, but we got Sengun to replace him and clear up any doubt with the 108 overall Sengun there. He's got that +3 post offensive boost to team, which is great to see. But is there another Yao Ming card we can add to this lineup, or are we gonna have to settle for Sengun? We've actually got a 102 overall Sengun there up to 113 overall, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Yao Ming at 102 overall. I know his stats aren't as good, but come on, it's Yao Ming at 7'6". He's got the insider paint ability, and he does actually go up to a little bit higher than the Sengun. Obviously, Sengun there at 113, Yao Ming up to 114 overall in the team. That is, of course, unless we got anyone else to replace him, but we don't. So we're going to have to stick with the Yao Ming card from the timeline promo back in season 4 with that inside the paint ability. So that makes the team 113 overall. It's not a bad team at all. Of course, the shooting guard spot is letting us down a little bit, but hopefully we can still get a really high points difference in this showdown quarter. The game has gone ahead and put me up against a 99 overall team. Of course, with all of the videos in this series, I simply go off of what opponent it puts me up first in the showdown quarters, and it's decided to put me up against this guy, so hopefully we can go ahead and get the win. But Westbrook is unfortunately going to miss his 3 points. He's got a 105 3-point shot, so we'll just play it safe now and go in for the layup. Yes, I'm playing against the 99 overall team, but sometimes, as you saw with that first missed 3-pointer, the game can kind of go a little bit topsy-turvy with this massive overall advantage. So I think I might have to go for some basic dunks, layups, all of that stuff with this lineup, because no one has a real standout 3-point stat out of all of the players, but they got that Wemby card. It is a shame to see that EA still have not created a proper build for Wembanyama. It's now coming towards the start of his second season, so hopefully in the new season we will get a brand new build for Wemby, although my hopes aren't up high at all for Wemby, considering he stayed the same the whole season. But we're up by 2 points now. We got to play some good defense against Steph Curry, which is always difficult, although that's twice now we have just failed to get the steal off him. Can we get it this time with Westbrook? Unfortunately not. They're going to play it out to Wembanyama. He's going to go for 2 and he's going to knock it down. That Wemby card at the center spot with an 84 inside the paint shot. So next up, we got to score with our small forward. We're going with Smith Jr. and that's an easy 2-pointer from him. He's got a 122 inside the paint shot, which is good to see, but we really need to open up a gap between us and our opponents. We get the block that time, which is great to see. So let's play over to our power forward, Novak over here. We're going for another 2, and he's going to make it look really easy. Again, inside the paint shooting and getting it done. So we've got just over a minute left in this quarter. They're going to go for 3 that time. Luckily, they missed that one, and we get the rebound with Smith Jr. It's got to be a dunk from Yao Ming over here. He's going to come through. I don't think he's got the dunk package, but no one's going to stop him from getting that dunk off. He's got maxed out dunking at 125, and of course the inside the paint ability, there we go, is finally fully charged as we get another block. So let's run up the court with Yao Ming. We're going for the dunk. What dunk is it going to be? It's just a powerful 2-handed slam as he finishes off the play. Of course, that ability is a guaranteed dunk unless someone blocks you or anything like that. It's pretty much guaranteed, which is good to see. They're going to go for 2. Collins missing that one, but of course Wemby's going to pick up the board over Russell Westbrook any day of the week. I'm tempted to try another 3-pointer with Westbrook, and I'm actually going to. His 3-pointer's not massive. It is still fairly high, but unfortunately he misses that one. At least we get the rebound and a made shot there with Novak to get us up in terms of the points difference. So we're only up by 8 points in the quarter. If we can get to double digits, that'd be amazing. Wemby, though, stopping us from doing so, knocking down a 3-pointer on that shot. So I'll play it out to Smith Jr. on a catch and shoot 3. He's just about going to knock it down. He's got an 83 3-point shot, and he's knocking down that 3-pointer when Westbrook can't even make one with his 105 3-point shot. I don't really understand the shooting mechanics in the game, but it is what it is. Can we get the ball off Steph Curry, or at least stop him from scoring as the time is slowly going to run down? Westbrook, is he able to get the steal? Unfortunately not. Curry's going to go in for the shot. Luckily, though, he misses that one, and Westbrook is able to get the rebound. We'll play it over to Yao Ming, see if he's got the ability. He doesn't, but he's going to come through anyway and get that 2-handed slam made. So up to a 10-point lead in the game. Curry's going to go for the 3-pointer. Unfortunately, though, he just about makes that one. That was just rolling around everywhere. I thought for a second it wasn't going to go in, but unfortunately it just about does. So we end up with a 7-points difference. It's not amazing by any means, but it is kind of okay considering the team. So a 7-points difference does put them towards the bottom end of the table. They're just above the Detroit Pistons, tied with the Dallas Mavericks. So not an amazing quarter by any means, but of course, considering some of the stats on these guys, it's not a bad quarter at all. But next up, we are going to be making the Grizzlies in NBA Live Mobile. Hopefully we can make a really solid team for them and see where they end up on the leaderboard. But if you want to go check out the trade up set team builder I did in NBA Live Mobile, I did every single trade up set you possibly can do in the game and made a team from what we pulled from that. We did do a bit of a quick sell challenge as well, so if you want to go check it out, it should be popping up in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.